Hello everyone, this is Andy from the Pixel Pub, and I'm here to talk about my top 5 games that I played this year that didn't come out this year. Okay, so I'll do some explaining here. I'm getting towards the end of the year. I'm gonna do a lot of numbered lists, some top 5, some top 10, stuff like that. We're gonna start here with some games I played this year that came out mostly last year, maybe a little bit older than that for some of them, but there's only 5 games. I played them this year and had a ton of fun. Let's go. Okay, to start with number 5, I'm gonna reach in my little stocking here, pull out a game. It's Star Ocean, the Second Story R. I played at the beginning of the year. I actually got it for Christmas last year. And it is a remake of Star Ocean 2 from the PlayStation 1. I've only dabbled a little bit in the Star Ocean series. I played Star Ocean 3 on the PlayStation 2, and I did not like it that much. I actually deeply disliked it. The combat was kind of all over the place for me, and I wasn't really feeling it. This one had such a striking look in the trailers and stuff like that. I was like, I want to play that. I want to give it a shot. I played through it. Nice, breezy, fun PlayStation 1 era RPG. Yeah, the graphics are just amazing. This HD 2D look that I think they call it. It works really good for this game, and the battle system's super fun. I remember playing Star Ocean 3 and feeling like it was very aimless. I was used to the Tales series, like of the 3D battles, where you have to really lock onto someone and it basically becomes like a 2D plane, but then you can move around freely if you hold down a certain button. This one's not like that. You still run around, but it just feels a whole lot better than I remember Star Ocean 3 feeling. And it has a lot of fun stuff with like different things you're doing, like chemistry and artisan stuff and like scouting, like where you're building up points in that for different characters and you unlock different abilities. I was like, man, that had to be something that was added to this game. It wasn't the original, but I looked at videos of the original and it was totally there. I was like, man, Star Ocean 2 specifically seems like it was ahead of its time at the time, and that's pretty damn cool. But can't be on my top 10 list for 2024 because it didn't come out this year. But it is number 5 on my top 5 that didn't come out this year. Okay, number 4, what we got in the stocking? It is Pikmin 4, also 4. It is my very first Pikmin game. I am a big Nintendo fan. I love a lot of their franchises for the most part, but Pikmin was just a big blind spot for me. When I heard it was supposed to be like a real-time strategy game, I was completely like, what? No, thank you. But it was such glaring support for Pikmin 4. People loved it. People were screaming, might be game of the year last year. There hadn't been super heavy contenders like Baldur's Gate 3 and stuff like that. I played through it this year, mostly in bed before I went to sleep, and it was a damn fun game, super charming. I wouldn't really call it a real-time strategy. I don't know, you are in real-time commanding units to do things, but it's mostly like solving little puzzles, moving stuff around, environmental puzzles, stuff like that. Little combat challenges and stuff like that here and there. I don't know, just a damn good time that, I don't know, it has a lot of collectathon type of stuff where you're, collecting certain things in the world. I specifically like the Nintendo stuff where you get like a Game Boy Advance and stuff like that. That speaks to me heavily, but yeah, Pikmin 4, highly recommended. If you haven't played a Pikmin game, check it out. Okay, next, what I got in my stocking here is the Castlevania Advance Collection, specifically Aria of Sorrow. Aria of Sorrow came out a long time ago, but this Castlevania Advance Collection came out last year, I believe. I don't know, but Aria of Sorrow did not come out this year. It's not a new game by any stretch of the imagination. It is one of the Metroidvania versions of Castlevania that I love so much, specifically Symphony of the Night, and I know people have loved Aria of Sorrow since it came out. It was probably the closest one to Symphony of the Night for a lot of fans. I had not ever really played it. I never really gave it a chance. I own it on like Virtual Console. I played it through emulators and stuff like that, but just something I just kept bouncing off. Wanted to play something new, wanted the newest, coolest stuff. Didn't want to play an OGBA game, but when I got this Game Boy Advance collection, I was like, okay, I'm going to give it a shot, and I played through it, and it's damn good. The people were right. It is awesome. I need to go back and play, Harmony of Dissonance. I think that's the less light one of the 3, and then Circle of the Moon is like the least light one of the 3. But Aria of Sorrow is the one I played and had a damn good time with. If you want to scratch that Metroidvania itch, this is not a bad way to do it. Aria of Sorrow, number 3. Okay, number 2 was a tough one. 1 and 2 went back and forth a couple of times, but number 2 is the Super Mario RPG remake that came out last year, and I played it at the beginning of the year. Just what a fun, breezy, colorful, awesome game. Just 12-hour, 15-hour RPG. You're in and out. Fun combat, fun, colorful graphics, awesome music by Yoko Shinomura. She's the best, or one of the best. But and the updates they did with the graphics and everything, just superb. Looks amazing on the Switch. Runs super well too, from what I remember. It's been almost a year, but yeah, it still holds up. I still have my Super Nintendo version back there on the shelf. That one still holds up the way it is. This one, leagues better. Just if you're even remotely interested in Super Mario RPG, I suggest you pick this up right now and have a damn good time. Super Mario RPG number 2. What's number 1? Okay, number 1 in the stocking here, it is Trails of Cold Steel 2. Now, I'm not sure when this game came out. It definitely wasn't last year. Let's see if there's a trademark on the back. This is the European copy. 2013. That doesn't sound right, but I don't know. Maybe that's when the Trails of Cold Steel series started. I'm not sure. But I have played through 3 Trails of Cold Steel games this year. This one was my favorite. Not by far. I think I like them all okay, but this one, the 1 and 3 definitely have their formulas that they go by with the way the school system works and stuff like that. They were inspired by Persona, I think. Persona 4 probably. Persona 5 wasn't, I don't think, was out by the time the first Trails of Cold Steel one was out. But they do the calendar system and stuff, but it's very, very different, but it's very regimented. Like, okay, I'm gonna do A, B, C, then D, and it starts over again. Then I'm A, and then in Trails of Cold Steel 2, they switch it up. Something happens at the end of 1. There's a big world-changing shift, kind of, world-changing, life-changing for the students of Class 7, I should say. And you find yourself on a big airship, and it's a fun little time where you're just going by and rescuing other students from the class. What, Thor's Academy? That's what it's called. And I played them back to back, Trails of Cold Steel 1 and 2, and going into this, it just felt so fresh, just like, man, they're doing things different. This is cool. I like this. And crazy story they're telling is wild. I've only beaten 3. I've installed 4 on my PlayStation. I'm going to play it hopefully before the end of the year. We'll see. Fingers crossed. But yeah, this was my favorite, and I really enjoyed playing the Trails games this year, except for 3 was the only one I'm like, man, this is questionable, because I played it on the Switch and it ran really, really bad. So bad, in fact, that I had Trails of Reverie on the Switch as well, and I just went ahead and bought a Steam copy, because I could play it on Steam Deck, it'll run way better. Played on my PC, it'll run way better. And I'll just keep that Switch copy on the shelf, because man, it was outright garbage the way it played on the Switch. But that's 3. 2's really good. I would highly suggest this series if you're into JRPGs, if you're into fun anime antics that happen with a fun class of bizarre characters, and just the cast of characters in these games it's giant and wild, and they're all over the place, and they're crisscrossing, fighting, all this other stuff, and there's big anime moments like I'm alive too, and people are staring at people from trees, So I know what's going on. And it's a wild story. But yeah, Trails of Cold Steel 2, my number 1 game. Games that didn't come out this year. Okay, that's my list of games that I played this year that did not come out this year. I ended up playing a lot of games that did not come out this year. This year it's kind of crazy. It was kind of slow year for new releases for, I don't know, 60% of the year for me. Like, tail end, a lot of good stuff banging out. But I'm gonna keep it up. And I've got my top 10 list ready to go for you at the end of this series of videos. I've got a lot coming up, some more top 5s, some more top 10s. I believe Kathy's got a top 10 that I'm going to do for her. And yes, so please stay tuned for all of that. Happy holidays, happy Christmas, happy everything. I've been Andy from the Pixel Pub. Peace out.